So getting a foot in the door in any way is always a good, way to get your career started. Do you have suggestions on how to go about getting your foot in the door in lower
Yeah,
level?
like I think like one thing that nobody talks about, or not nobody, but a lot of people don't talk about, is sort of lateral networking. Like a lot of my friends who we started as assistants are now in very fancy jobs. So I think that trying to get any foot on the door, like I worked as an intern for two, like unpaid intern for two production companies at the same time. And I busted my butt. And then one of the companies hired me, right? I was lucky that I still had my scholarship that was paying for my living expenses while I was an unpaid intern, because I understand that that's not something everybody has access to. And it's one of the problems we have in this industry. Um, but working as a PA, working as a writer's assistant, working at any of those jobs, and a lot of those jobs are on the UTA job list too, which is very easy to access. Um, so any of those jobs, right? You'll meet people who like, and that's the part that I think is like doesn't matter. Like I was an assistant. I was a researcher on Pan Am, right? One of the writers I work with on Pan Am just offered me her house right now during this displacement. I have not talked to this woman since before COVID, but she knew and she reached out and she helped. And I think that it's about creating this network of people who are going to be there for you to call in and say, hey, read Marta's script. I think she would be great for your project. Like on The Walking Dead, for instance, my agent called me and said, hey, The Walking Dead is looking for people who speak Spanish. And I said, okay, who is the showrunner? And they gave me the name of the showrunner. I knew a showrunner I work with who has a good relationship with this showrunner. So I called him up and I said, hey, I need you to recommend me for this job before even having a meeting, before anything. So he reached out, recommended me, and that's how my script goes to the top of the list, right?